All right, friends. My name is Marina, and this is Rapunzel Fiber Arts. I am so excited to have you here with me today. We are going to be going through some of my active works in progress. So we're going to go ahead and get started looking at some of those. I'm going to start with some spinning whips because I think that's a good place to start. So I am currently working my way through this bag of Blueface Leicester locks dyed by me in a couple shades of blue. You see we've got some lighter blue and some darker blue together in this bag. And I am blending those and combing the locks on a set of 5-pitch combs I'm borrowing from a friend. And I have been making these beautiful fluffy nests of fiber. So this is just one of them. I have a couple more in my bin. And these are what I spin from. And I'm currently spinning to make an Ahsoka shawl by Knit Graffiti, which I'm very excited about. But right now it's just the spinning fiber. I've done a little bit of spinning. Here's my bobbin there of what I've been working on so far. This is an 8-ounce bobbin, so it's probably 2 or 3 ounces there now, with another maybe 2-ish, 1 or 2 ounces in this bin that I need to spin up. So that's that project. I'm super duper excited about it. It's something that's been on the back burner a little bit the last couple of weeks. And so I haven't been working on it a ton, but it's really quite nice. And I'm very excited to spin more of this and then be able to start knitting up the shawl, because the shawl is absolutely beautiful and is based off of a Star Wars character who I am a big fan of, named Ahsoka Tano. So I am chugging away working on that. I'm not a super big fan of combing, so I've been doing a bit of procrastinating on that, but that's okay. I've still been enjoying it when I do work on it. And then in addition to that project with that fiber, I have this project with the same fiber. This is my bag of combing waste. So this is the leftovers from my combing process. This is the waste from that process. And I've been carting up these Rolags on my hand cards, and then spinning those up on my grate wheel. And I have one cop that I've pulled off the grate wheel so far, which I had in one of my last videos. And so that is what I've been spinning up on my grate wheel with this combing waste from the Ahsoka combing project. So those are my 2 active spinning projects. In addition to those, I've got a whole bunch of crochet and knit projects that I want to show you. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with those. So here is my one of my sock projects. This is dyed by Valkyrie Fibers. It is her Misty Mountains colorway. And hi Jen, I actually spilled tea on this at one point, so you can't really see, but there's a couple spots here and in here where you can see there's a little bit of brown there. And hopefully that'll wash out when I go to give these a wash once they're finished. There you can see the brown there and up here. And there's a little bit on the ball of yarn as well, which I don't think you can quite see because of the brightness of my light. But there is a little bit of brown on there. I am still going to finish up this sock project because it's beautiful yarn and it's a very pretty design. It's kind of got this twisted stitch and a little bit of lace, which is very pretty. How are you doing today, Jen? It's nice to have you in chat again. So that is my Misty Mountain socks, and that pattern is the Tide Pool socks by JP Knits 1 on Ravelry. All right, so next I've got this hat that I've been working on for my dad. It's definitely slow going. It's a little bit of a very fine project. I'm working this on size 2 needles right now. It's going to go up to a size 4 when I'm done with the ribbing. And this is a little bit redder than it looks like on the camera. The camera is making it look a little bit orangish, but it's kind of a pinkish red. So hopefully that description helps tell you what this actually looks like. And that's just a basic knit hat design sized to fit my dad's head. And this is some hand spun that I'm working with. It was from Frabjous Fibers, and the colorway name is Off With Her Red. This was actually 4 different shades of red that I blended up on my drum carder. You might remember that video if you've been around for a bit. And then we've also got this shawl project that I'm working on. This is the Lada shawl by Wolf and Fawn Knits. It's actually a test knit, so it hasn't actually come out yet. And I'm using here some hand spun yarn in a natural brownish gray, and you can see all of that beautiful lace work that I've done there. And this is a 3/4 shawl, so it's in 3 different sections, and it'll just lay over my shoulders like this and continue to grow as I knit it. And it's lace in this natural brown color. And then I've also got 2 colors of like a bluish green, which my camera is really washing out. But this one's a little bit more bluish, and this one's more like a minty green. So there will be stripes of these stockinette stripes intermixed with some lace that I've already been working on. And I think it looks really, really exciting. This yarn is a little bit squiggly. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's because this was a sock blank that I ripped out. And I think I'm probably going to reskein this, wash it, and then it won't have that like crinkly ramen texture that frogged projects or frogged yarns look like. So I think I'm going to do that with this skein. And then these will be some really pretty stripes, like I said, intermixed with this lace that I've been doing in my natural brown hand spun Romney. And these colorway names are Spearmint Tea and Mermista. So the bluer one is Mermista and the greener one is Spearmint Tea. And I got a whole bunch more of the brown Romney in case I won't have enough in this little ball. So I've got a whole other skein of it here as well. Jen says, I think your dad is going to love his hat and your shawl is beautiful. Thank you, Jen. So happy to have you here today. And then I've got this crochet project, which I've been working on, which I actually crocheted into the fabric surrounding the zipper. I don't know if you can see, but there are some stitches running right here along the inside of the zipper. And then I picked up and I'm crocheting. So I crocheted down and now I'm crocheting around the whole bag. And that is mosaic crochet, just one stitch by one stitch mosaic crochet, using all of these leftover yarns that I have from different sock projects that I've worked over the last decade. This purple yarn here at the bottom is from my first ever pair of socks. So I'm using up those scraps and decorating this bag, which I think was originally used to package like sheets for the bed. And I kept it because I saw Lauren over at Valkyrie Fibers doing a project just like this. So I kept this and a couple other of these little bags. And I'm planning on repeating this process with the other bags and maybe a really, really big one that I have to just get them all decorated and really pretty while also having the inside be lined in plastic so that crochet hooks and knitting needles don't come falling out. So I think that's going to be really exciting. I'm probably going to use this bag to store all of the rest of my sock ends because I have more. And then it'll just live in one of the bins behind me where I keep all of my sock yarn. So that's my plan with this. Even the inside of the project looks fantastic. I really, really like this mosaic crochet. And I'm thinking I might have to do some kind of blanket using a similar stitch because I just really, really like the feel of this fabric and this material. And I would really like to have a full blanket made out of it. But we'll have to wait and see. That'll be dependent on my yarn and my energy and where the crafty winds take me next, because I am very much driven by where my passion is. So like right now, my passion is very much on working with this project and not so much on this hand spun that I've been kind of putting on the back burner. And then I've also got a sweater, which I've only barely started, but I will show it to you anyway. And I'm not sure if this is going to stay. It might get ripped out, but I have a little stripy sweater in like a deep purple and a slightly variegated gray. And this is what my swatch looks like. I don't think you were here, Jen, when I was talking about my spinning works in progress. So I'm going to go ahead and show you those before I start wrapping up. So you've seen this fiber before. This is the Blue-Faced Leicester that I am combing and spinning for my Ahsoka shawl. And I just want to give you an update on that. I have been working on combing and have this bin full of little nests of combed top, which are very light and airy, and I almost dropped it, but those will get spun up and added onto this bobbin, and I will continue working with those until I have enough yarn for my big Ahsoka shawl, which I'm very excited about, but is not going as quickly as I had hoped. I'm a little bit lazy about combing. It's very hard on my wrist because the combs are pretty heavy and you need to like be pulling a fair bit on the fibers as you comb. So I'm a little bit slower on that project than I had hoped. So I'm probably not going to be able to be knitting this Ahsoka shawl while the Ahsoka show is coming out, but it'll still be a really pretty and satisfying project once it's all done. So I'm going to keep chugging away at it as I feel the urge. And then I also have this combing waist, which I have been carding and spinning up on my grate wheel, which I haven't made any more progress on since my grate wheel video, but it is what I have planned for all of this combing waist, as well as the rest that I'm going to make as I finish combing up the rest of those blue locks. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. It's a little bit of a shorter one for a live stream. Oh, I've got one more I want to show you. This is not technically a work in progress. It's actually one that I'm about to cast on because I need a new set of basic socks. I only just a couple weeks ago finished these socks, which were using Valkyrie Fibers Chopper colorway. And this is Valkyrie Fibers Shortcut to Mushrooms colorway, along with some leftovers from a different project that I have that I'm going to use for the accent colors. Like I used black on this one. So that is a future work in progress that I think I'm going to cast on soon because I have an event this weekend that I need some good basic sock knitting for. So I think I'm going to get this started before then so that I have something good to work on. So I think that's going to be it for the video. If you liked it, feel free to like this video, comment if there's anything you would like to see in a live stream, or if you want more information about any of the projects I showed you today. Many of them have videos, particularly the blue spinning project and my dad's hat project. So you can check those out if you want more content around either of those. And I also have a very exciting video coming out on Friday using up these odds and ends from Sadie Spins Yarn, except they weren't odds and ends a couple weeks ago. They were full skeins. So I'm sure you're excited about seeing what that's going to be. And you won't have to wait long because Friday I will have a video coming out on about a finished project. But I don't want to spoil it for you. So I'm not going to show you what it is, even though I have it right over here. So subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like, comment if you would like to. And I will talk to you again soon, friends. It has been fantastic hanging out with you and showing off my works in progress. I hope that you have a fantastic day and get some good crafting in. Bye, friends. Bye, Jen. It was nice seeing you and chatting with you.